Hi, Collective. It's Intuitive Pisces Moon, and I have already started to try to record this reading once. And for whatever reason, I got this many cards out, and then the video just cut off. So I don't know if something happened, whatever it was. But, anyways, so that's why I'm starting from this point here with these cards already drawn. So let's go over them. Today, I am doing a soul lessons spread just to kind of see collectively what soul lessons we are learning. So the first one I pulled out is I can be trusted. Okay, so again, that could pertain to somebody who maybe lied in the past, even if it's just little white lies, you're kind of learning the value of the truth, whether people are speaking it to you or you're speaking it outward. I am kind. Okay, so that's just being nice to people. You catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. I affirm that all life is sacred. Okay, so for me, that's about killing bugs. All right, that was even something I started to say when I started recording this a little bit ago. I will not kill bugs, I'll just let them go outside. I follow my inner guidance. Okay, that's very nice because that's somebody is now trusting their intuition. And I am accepting. So this could be about judgment on yourself, judgment towards others. You're being more accepting of other people. Okay, so let's first go to I can be trusted. Okay, so trust is a fluid word synonymous with the ability to have strength in one's beliefs about another or about oneself. At the same time, it is also a word tied to law, as trust can also be applied to a legal agreement, where one becomes a custodian to protect valued assets for the sole benefit of another. Following I can be trusted means staying aligned with your core values. Not being trustworthy carries a high price, as the weight of your soul is not measured in gold, but by the feather of mat. And true value is found in the heart that is alchemically golden. All right. So, what this whole book is about is living with a feather heart. Okay. So it is about justice and balance and that sort of thing. So all of these cards I'm pulling out as kind of soul lessons, as things that we're learning along the way. So being trusted, again, the reference that they used is trusting yourself, which I did say already, but also trusting yourself around, let's just say, other people's money. Like, can you be trusted in that sense? Would somebody give you their money and say, okay, yeah, you hold on to it because I trust you? And if the answer to that is no, so that's something that we're working on. Okay, is your character a trustworthy character? Can people call upon you and trust that A, you'll speak the truth, and B, you'll do the right thing, the just thing? Okay, you can be trusted to do the right thing. All right, so let's move over to I am kind. Okay. So human beings are earthbound, yet we dream of the stars with an inexplicable type of homesickness for the celestial. We have the ability to study and understand the intricacies of quantum physics and build spaceships to transport us out of our atmosphere and into the unknown. At the same time, we also have the ability to transcend space and time and explore the unknown galaxies within our consciousness through meditation, breath work, and entheogenetic medicines. We are capable of such beauty, such feasts of imagination and creation, yet at the same time, humanity also expresses a potential for actions that can be so cruel, cold, and cunning. Humankind and human kindness are not mutually exclusive. Being part of a humankind does not mean that all of humanity possesses kindness and compassion. We each have a capacity for it, but our ability to express this truly special part of our spirit can at times feel like a great challenge. The scales of empathy and sympathy may at times be weighed down with a heavy heart, or a lack of compassion. And thus, when human frailty comes to the forefront, we must be reminded what it means to embody the ideal of kindness. Okay, so again, when you go back to thinking about how your heart is weighed, okay, it doesn't cost you anything to be nice to people. You know, how hard is it to hold the door open for the next person that you see coming? To me, it's just the nice thing to do. You know, personally, myself being on both ends of that situation, being the person holding the door and the person walking up and waiting for the next person to hold the door. And again, I don't expect them to hold the door, but I would always hold the door. If I ever saw someone coming, I'd always hold the door. So there have been plenty of times where somebody just walks through, they're only thinking of themselves, they just brush right past you, and they let the door slam right in your face. And what it feels like being on that end, it literally feels like being slapped in the face, like a door was slammed into your face. That person in front of you could have took 1 second to be kind and hold the door for you. Just saying. All right. So let's move on to the next one, which is I affirm that all life is sacred. In ancient Egypt days, Egypt was called Kem, which translates to black earth and refers to the fertile soil of the Nile River Valley. It is believed that both chemistry, the study of the substances that form matter, and alchemy, the art of understanding the relationship between consciousness and matter, both find their roots in Kem's cradle of civilization. So, human beings have the potential to be the greatest pattern recognition machines. Neural networks activated through experience, memory imprinting, consciousness with coded language. Nature can be a great activator of enhanced perception and the embodiment of the force within the source of it all. The lattice of life, the effect of soul as the actuating cause. If you embody the ideal of sacred life, the foundation of your reality becomes hallowed ground. The celestial consciousness can be seen and received infinitely as you appreciate and affirm the art of your unique expression within what is infinitely expressed from age to age, eternally. All right. I don't think I need to get too much into that because we kind of had the talk already about the bug. And to me, it is about viewing all life as sacred. You know, the bug has just as much existence here as you do, as does a dog or a cat or a raccoon or a possum or a squirrel. You know, if we're out there killing those lives, why are they different from another human being? So you still look in their eyes, there's a soul in there. All right. Even inanimate objects have souls like trees and plants, and that's for another day, because let's not go there right now. Okay, so let's go to the next one, which is I follow my inner guidance. Through reason, we are able to logically plan and strategize. Like a rook in chess, we can move backwards or forward, left or right, but have the notion to think ahead with logic instead of solely operating with instinct. Memory empowers a remembering encoded within the DNA of our reasoning, a faculty which dances like the bishop, fully aware and grounded in the notion of contrast. Intuition, in conjunction with all other working parts of the conscious mind, brings total awareness. And through cultivation of awareness and the ideal of inner guidance, we are led to a deepening of awareness of self and the self's strategic relationship with the totality of it all. Okay. So that's kind of about becoming, one with the universe. I'm sure everybody's kind of heard that term before. You're following your inner guidance. You're basically working with the universe directly because you kind of are in it. You're amongst it. You are it. And you're following the guidance. Okay, let's go to the last one, which is I am accepting. Okay. In all of life's uncertainties, one absolute certainty remains. Although we live, we shall also die. As we wake, so shall we dream. The only permanence is impermanence, and by accepting this noble truth, we can find the splendor of being. When the sun sets, let us not mourn its temporary slumber while the moon shines in its place. The sun shall rise again when the morning comes. Ebb and flow are the nature of the universe, the cosmic tides of life force washing away the metaphorical sandcastles we built with the attention and action that we put into the architecture of our lifetime. Our memories are a mandala, and although they may eventually find their exaltation and expiration in the physical sense, the imprints of beauty placed within our consciousness never go away if we nurture what has passed by honoring the past and allowing it to transform into its greater iteration. All right, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to try to get spirit messages between each deck. So let's get a message from Spirit on the I Can Be Trusted. If you think you are alone, you are not. We are beside you in all challenges that you face. Trust that outside sources will always be working with you to ensure the best outcome in every situation. We have your best interest at heart. We love you. And then a second one came out on that. Accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes us easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly. Be ready. Okay. No matter how much you are being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self-worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can and you will do this. Now, I have that under I am kind. So I'm also kind of interpreting that message that goes along with it as sometimes being kind can be viewed by other people as being a pushover. So what this is saying is while you are exerting kindness, you can still push forward, stand your ground, and get what you want out of life. Okay? It's saying have the confidence to move forward. You can and you will do this. So with kindness also comes confidence. All right, I affirm that all life is sacred. Perhaps you are reminded all too often just how quickly the phases in your life can shift. One change after another. You are learning to adapt and grow. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Okay? Self-awareness is key. And yep, that's follow your inner guidance. Take time today to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate. Listen to your favorite music. Whatever you enjoy most, do that today. It's time to hit the reset button. Clear out the old so that room is available for the new to enter. Trust that better things are coming fast. Prepare to move to the next phase of your life. This is your rebirth. Welcome this beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. Okay, that is awesome. Okay. We'll just throw one on each pile and keep going. Okay, that one is shelter. Sorcerer. Trinity. I'm going to move these up. Okay, we've got Warrior and Shadow. Okay, let's take a look here. So under I Can Be Trusted, we have Shelter, which is spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. And under I Am Kind, we have Sorcerer, ambition, willpower, and creation. And then Trinity, balancing decisions, priorities, adapting to change. And then we have Warrior, inner strength, guidance, clarity, presence. Sorry, that says guidance. Shadow, wholeness, integration, repressed emotions. Yeah, this last card to me is like a death rebirth card very much. Time to hit the reset button. You know, that basically said cycles of life. And now here we are going in and doing our shadow work. So let's see what each of these says. We'll try to get a quick message here. So for this one, it takes time to work and heal, and it isn't always a one-time fix. You may need to return to the shadow, and difficult memories may again until your mind stops repeating the negative and instead transforms it into opportunity for growth or learning. After you've let go of the things that are holding you down, you can persevere. It's important to let go of any feelings of shame or guilt. Forgive the person who went through that. That person is no longer you. From there, think about what you would do differently, but avoid thinking about what you wouldn't do again. Replace that memory with a new one. Picture yourself in that situation and consider what you would have done differently to avoid causing yourself unwanted experiences. Accept that you are a human being. Assume accountability and forgive yourself. Make the conscious decision to learn from your mistakes and accept that you have evolved and are no longer the same person. Allow yourself to let go of those emotions since they belong in the past and are now living in the present. Those emotions are not indicative of who you are. Now you're somebody who can be trusted. You may feel compelled to slow down and spend time in nature, meditate, or engage in a healthy activity that allows you to enjoy yourself. And the affirmation for this card is I am whole and do not need to chase anything in order to be complete. I am aligned with what I've learned and how I have grown. I am better, wiser, and stronger because of my experiences and lessons. Absolutely. That's why we go through it. It is a painful, painful process. But you know what? Once you come out, you literally feel like a ton of bricks have been lifted off your shoulders. It is literal. I mean, like I used to walk around with like hunched shoulders all the time. And it's like once you do your shadow work, it feels gone. It's gone. So many of those kind of like old patterns that we hold on to do materialize into physical pain. Okay. So all right, let's get into this one. This is Sorcerer, ambition, willpower, and creation. Attraction is an inner process based on how you choose to think or react. Never operate from deficiency or lack. Circumstances have very little to do with reality. It's your attitude towards circumstances that reflects your reality in life. Take what you are and accept it. You are not deficient. You are unique. Be the kind of person you choose to be. Everything that comes your way is an opportunity and a blessing. Celebrate it. Take control of your thoughts. You have the power to make your life absolutely perfect. The image in your mind manifests into reality. The key to having any desire is visualization. Believe it, even when circumstances get you down. Understand that there are no mistakes. Everything in this world is a miracle. There is a lesson in everything. Celebrate the lessons. When you begin to change thought into quality thinking, or change your thinking from how things appear and practice being grateful for every lesson you unlock, the flow of your desires. I just want to add to that intent is also very big in that situation. So visualization and intent. Okay. Your affirmation for this card: I ignite my soul's passion to live my highest potential. I am willing, looks like a T, willing to believe that I am creating all my experiences. Sorry, I tripped up on that one. Okay, next one we have is Trinity. That's this wolf skull one, which is balancing decisions, priorities, and adapting to change. When you have so many wishes, focus on manifesting one at a time. Your energy may be too spread out. Keep in mind, not every wish may be a blessing. Weigh the pros and cons and hyper focus on one. Prioritize your energy to meet one goal and move on once achieved. You may be needing to pivot if what you seek isn't aligned with your greatest good. Make a list of what you are grateful for. Stop focusing on what you get and start focusing on what you give. Money, rewards, and success will come automatically if you have something to give. Listen to your intuition when the universe is revealing the truth. You'll know it by what aligns and feels right. Some say they experience ringing in their ears. You may experience a deafening sensation with a pleasant pressure in your ears that makes you feel slightly euphoric. Ultimately, you'll feel an expansion and excitement when you are aligned with the right step. You'll know when something is false and out of alignment. When you experience struggle, discomfort, agitation, irritability, or restlessness, the universe is saying, listen to your body. Your sensations and emotions are your keys. Wow. I did say that, sometimes things can manifest as physical ailments. All right, your affirmation for this card: my focus and determination are in alignment with my greatest good. I am productive and complete tasks efficiently. I trust my inner guidance. Okay, let's go to the next one, which is Warrior. This is inner strength, clarity, and presence. Focusing entirely on the here and now and becoming acutely aware of your present will bring you exactly what you need. Peace, tranquility, and calmness will be achieved. Your manifestations are set in motion because you finally believe you are deserving. Let them go and focus on all the beauty around you. There is beauty in the mundane and simplicity. Once you begin to practice being in the present and feeling gratitude for the moment, you set your dreams and desires in motion. Spirit is reassuring you. Rejecting intruding thoughts will help you in your transformation and progress. Write down all you are grateful for and focus on gratitude. By making a list of all you are grateful for and by being in a vibration of appreciation for all you have, then you no longer resist. The universe freely flows abundance because you already have all you need. The divine is love, so answer love with love and gratitude. When you visualize a future, remember to feel and associate intense emotional responses to your vision. If you notice your thoughts begin to wander, bring them back with breath work. Your affirmation: I am focused on this present moment with mind, body, and spirit to open the gates of clarity and perspective. I am brave. I am courageous. I am emotionally strong. Okay. So that's a couple cards now that have said to make a list of everything you're grateful for, express gratitude on a regular basis, and then naturally things will flow to you. All right, let's read this one. This is the Shadow. And this is wholeness, integration, and repressed emotions. As one being, you are absorbing the shadow half of yourself. The aspect of yourself that you'd rather keep concealed emerges and surfaces, forcing you to face it. As difficult as this task is, it is essential to build internal unity and harmony in order to rise to higher realms. Do not allow the suppression of others' views and opinions of the past to rule over and control you. You may actively begin the healing effort after you are completely aware of what you would rather hide from the world. Accept and embrace the dark elements of yourself that you previously felt compelled to hide. You can begin to learn from, forgive, and grow from the trauma of suppression once you know that you have complete control over your own reality. The old wounds and traumas have been released, and they no longer affect the person that you are today. Although it can be tough to let go of deep-rooted pain, remember that you are all-powerful and capable of manifesting everything you choose. Reality is a product of thought and imagination. Therefore, to gain control over it, you must realize that you are in control. If the anguish of past suppressed memories and emotions arise, understand that you have the power to acknowledge what happened in the past and that you now live in the present. Sitting with your shadow entails sitting with the side of yourself that has formed as a result of past experiences. As you forgive the old version of yourself for not knowing any better or for not trusting in your inner knowing, you begin merging with your shadow. Wow. So I don't know, honestly, how many people out there understand that and understand what shadow work truly is. So it was explained pretty well there in the book about it is the part of you that you repress and hide away from the world. And what it's saying is you need to go back and address it and integrate it. Okay? So when you're doing your shadow work, you're going back and you're asking yourself questions like, why am I suppressing this feeling? Or why don't I want to deal with that trauma situation? Or just kind of things of that nature. I don't want to get too much into this. I mean, we could do a whole reading on shadow work if you want to, but that's what I like about this deck is it's raw and real. And shadow work is one of those things. And for any being to ever become enlightened, again, think about the weight of your heart. If you're going around carrying all this trauma shadow within you, it's heavy, okay? So dealing with it lightens your load. So just as I said, when you do your shadow work, it literally feels like a ton of bricks is lifted off your shoulders. It is so true, okay? So true. So I would start a journal if you guys have not yet already and start to go into your shadow, okay? And go back and look at different points in your life. You can almost kind of build a linear timeline if you want to do it that way, whatever works for you, and go back to certain events. Let's just say I was just watching the show New Girl, and there was a part where Winston was on the monkey bars and Nick came up and pulled his pants down. And it was embarrassing for Winston. And he just looked at Nick while Nick's laughing, finding it hilarious, And Winston's like, man, that gave me a lot of trauma. Like, that was embarrassing. Anyways, what I'm saying is you can kind of go back to a situation like that maybe you didn't deal with appropriately because you were a kid. You didn't know your full spectrum of emotions at that point. Maybe you just deep down buried the embarrassment and didn't want to face whatever happened at that time. Okay. Now, bringing it back up can bring up emotions with it. All right. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Maybe you cried. Maybe you were so embarrassed you didn't even want to come to school for a week. And everybody picked on you and bullied you because they saw your underwear, whatever the case is. But doing the shadow work goes back in time, not only tells your younger version of yourself that, like, it's okay, yes, this happened, but I'm here for you now and you're going to be fine. You got over this and it's not a big deal. And also acknowledging the emotions that you dealt at that time. So if again you were sad, you were embarrassed, whatever the emotions that arose and that you shoved down deep inside, bring them up, allow them to pass. If you cried back then and you just want to cry now, do it. What that does is it releases that emotion. Okay, you're dealing with that shadow. And once it's dealt with and released, guess what? That's it. You can forgive that person who pulled your pants down, Nick Miller, and you can forgive yourself for not dealing with whatever you shoved down at that time. Because again, it's not your fault. You were emotionally inequipped for it. Okay. That's just one example. There are many. There are many examples because unfortunately, a lot of us have had trauma growing up. Okay. So, what I'm saying is to pick a certain point in time in your life that you have been repressing, and you'll usually know it because people will trigger you when situations come up. Okay. So, I know somebody who, their dad left when they were a kid. So now anytime anybody brings up dads, he gets kind of snippy and says, "Oh yeah, let's keep bringing up my dad and how he wasn't around when I was a kid." That is a shadow aspect of ourselves that we have not dealt with yet. So, anyways, I'm gonna move on, but again, I'm always here if anybody has any questions about shadow work because it is a messy realm to go in. Think of yourself as just being all dark inside. You're all shadow. But the more light you let in, okay, the more healing you do, the more you can see all those little dark, shadowy corners of your soul that you forgot about or didn't know were there. And you can shine the light on them and transmute the shadow into light. That's our purpose. That's what we're here for. Okay? You got to do it yourself. That's the other thing is, some people don't want to do that. They just don't. They don't want to deal with whatever happened in the past. And I get it. It is what it is. But there's no easy way to ascend. There's no easy way to get around this. If you do not do this, forget what other stuff you're trying to build because this is always going to bleed into everything you do. Okay? Every person you talk to is going to see what triggers you. You use the word dad in a sentence and all of a sudden you're crying in the corner. This is stuff we got to deal with, All right, let's see what spirit messages we have on this one. Okay, so over here under shelter, find ways to fill your cup, be self-full, follow your heart, and always trust your intuition. Go deep within, find your triggers, and address them one by one. Self-healing is the best healing. Only then can you offer the best version of yourself. Holy cow, because I feel like I just said that. Okay, let's get to the next one. Don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. Okay. That's beautiful. So to me, that's again going back and doing things from a place of love or from a place of fear. That's what being heart-centered means. Nothing can shake you because you just have so much love for yourself and others that these triggers don't even faze you anymore. You've healed past them and then that's it. They're gone. You feel the literal weight lifted off your shoulders. Trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. Okay. So maybe some of you are doing this shadow work. I love it. Shadow work is not the easiest or best part of the journey, but man, does it feel amazing afterwards. To me, it's like getting a massage. Like your muscles are all tight and tense. Then you get the massage and it's just like relax, release, let them go. All right. If you are noticing changes within yourself, it's because you are leaving the old version of yourself behind and you are elevating and shedding unnecessary layers. Okay. The unnecessary layers are your shadow. Old cycles are ending and new beginnings are on the horizon. You deserve this new chapter. All right. Yes, we all deserve it. Okay. When there are questions you need assistance with, go inward. Sit with yourself, meditate on the question, ask for our help also. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively We are with you always. Yep. So and that was on the shadow work. So if ever any of you run into a situation where you're in there going and, doing your shadow work, I commend you, first of all, because good for you. We all need to be doing that. But your ancestors and your spirits are saying that they're always here with you, and that if you get tripped up in any way, like maybe you're unsure of something, ask. Ask and you shall receive. Okay? And even that means, me. I could be a guide because I'm sitting here giving you these messages from your guides. Maybe you don't have a direct channel to your guides. So you go on the internet and you watch some, YouTube videos of tarot readings and they're channeling guides, information, stuff like that. Use whatever resources that you can get your hands on. If you don't know the answer, I guarantee there are people out there that do. And as I said before, there's no skipping over the shadow work. So if your question is, how do I bypass this? You're going to get, let's not go there. I don't want to say you're going to get laughed at because, we're all going through this and we have compassion for each other, right? We are kind. But there's no way around it. You have to do it, okay? And it's yours and yours alone. So no one's going to do it for you. Your guides can lead you to the place, give you directions on how to go, lead the horse to water, but hey, we can't make you drink. Okay. That was a cue to move on, I take it. So I have find those who inspire you to bloom. So this is grow together, community, connection, reciprocation. Good. So that is about dealing with the community. The things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. The awakened dead, resilience, nirvana, and self-appreciation. Yep. So that's going back to that shadow work. So it's basically saying that it may have almost broke me, whatever the thing was or things. But now those are the things that I am most awakened to. Okay. I have Dark Night of the Soul, Transformation, Awakening, and Tower. Yep, that's the shadow work. That's basically an invitation to do your shadow work. The Mirror, Self-Reflection, Writer, Big Picture. You are worthy of beautiful things, the Servant Queen, divine, magnetic, and valuable. I love it. Okay. Let's read on these and we'll get one more round of messages and then that will wrap this one up. Okay, so the first one is 33. Okay, so this one here is grow together, community connection, reciprocation, and 333. Wow, that's so weird. Okay, affirmation for this one is I am worthy of people who nourish me. The card of loving connection, flowers from the garden, the sweetest touch. Pulling this card is a call to seek connection at this time. A friend, a family member, a community, a lover, someone with whom you share mutual respect. The more authentically you show up, the deeper the connection will be. We have so much to learn from one another when we can truly see each other, especially when we feel we are alone. Reach out. This card calls you to reevaluate the people in your realm. If you feel energized by someone, offer that back when possible. Let them know that you're grateful for them. If you consistently feel drained or energetically abused by someone, stop making excuses for them. Honestly, ask yourself why you allow anybody to mistreat or take advantage of you. Why would you allow a disease in your flower bed? It is a place meant for beauty, growth, and peace. Protect it. Take care of it. You are worthy. This could be a good omen that a nourishing individual may come or has already come into your life. Let them in. An era of beautiful human connection is upon you. Remember this: you are worthy of people who nourish you. Attract them through appreciation and expectation. Since ancient civilization, humans have known the importance of community. Without the bonds that hold us together and the roles that we have, we couldn't survive. The elders share their wisdom. The shamans channel spirit. The artists help us see. The hunters and gatherers feed us. The warriors protect us. And the doers move us forward. Now we have our own personal communities. Old friends, new friends, family, lovers, in which we control who gets to occupy space, physical and energetic, in our own little world. Are we reciprocating? Do you feel that you are met with the same level of care and support you so generously offer to others? Could you offer more to those deserving of it? You are being called to assess this. Okay, so there is something that you can do to get closer to this. So write about the kind of friend or lover that you desire to have in your life. They are out there, so call them in. Take chances, write out 10 affirmations about how worthy you are of being treated with respect, support, and loving kindness. Invite it in. Close your eyes and place your hand on your heart. Imagine it opening and visualize warm pink light entering you. Feel it. Oh, and be sure to love yourself the same way that you expect others to love you. Okay. The next one is number 16. So this is the things that almost broke me were the things that most awoke me. The awakened dead, resilience, nirvana, and self-appreciation and future. So the affirmation is, I honor all of me, my past, present, and future selves. This card can mean it's time for you to have a powerful moment of self-realization about the life that you are leading, as if you have already lived it. As if your future self is talking to you. This card can also mean that you have been self-critical, and that's okay. And that it's okay. You are on the right track even if it's not going as planned. Point of view. Imagine you are reflecting on your life from the afterlife. You're so proud of yourself because you're always doing so much better than you thought you were. Yeah, you could see it now. You know it now. But you wish you could have known it then. You wish you could have seen yourself the way you see yourself now. You realize it was always a choice that you decided to make over and over, even when you didn't want to. You didn't have to. It would have been easier, not to. But you did. You chose to empower yourself, to begin again, to believe again, to pick yourself up after you fell so hard. Nose in the dirt, tears in the soil, hands grasping the earth. And it's okay if you sometimes lay there in that cold darkness a bit longer than you should have. Wow. All right, sorry about that. Woo. Somebody laid there a little longer than they should have. You were in pain, you were tired, and it's okay if you judged yourself for that. You wanted the best for yourself because you believed. You chose to believe. Because even after your weakest aching, I'm so dead inside moments, you called for a rebirth and a reckoning after chaos ensued. You summoned those faintly lit and seemingly dormant powers to come out from deep within your soul, and finally they did. Sometimes you weren't sure though, and that's okay. It's just incredible that even through all the craziness of this world and people, you did it. You did it. Just wish you could have known that you always could have trusted yourself. You always could have trusted yourself. This card is a testament to the times we thought we were broken, but instead were awakened, transformed, and alchemized through darkness. A salute to all the lessons ahead and how much grace we deserve to give ourselves. All right. All right. Take time to appreciate how far you've come. Give yourself a hug. Look at yourself through the eyes of your wise future self. Think about your younger self and how much compassion you have for them. Imagine this times 1,000. Once you reach the end of your life, give yourself this love now. Okay, Now, when I hear the give yourself a hug, let's go back to the shadow work as I use the example from New Girl, where, Nick pulls Winston's pants down. When you go back to that point when you're doing your shadow work, one of the best things that you can do as your current version of yourself is just give that younger version of yourself a hug. That's what you needed at that time. And maybe nobody else gave it to you. Okay? You just dealt with it on your own. Maybe not even a teacher knew that it happened, or a parent. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't react kindly. All right? So that's one of the best things about shadow work, is going back and finding that kid version of you. And you can either save them from that. It's not going to change any history. But if metaphorically that works for you, do it, or give them a hug. Tell them it's okay that this happened. You got over it. There's various ways you can address that situation. So whatever works for you, and you with your shadow work, everybody does things a little differently. All right, let's get into the dark night of the soul. I don't see this one being any better, but whew, whoever clicked on this reading, I hope you were prepared for this. Okay, Dark Night of the Soul is transformation, awakening, power, and warrior. Your affirmation is, in darkness, I can cultivate my light. Yep. So as I said with the shadow work earlier, that's basically what it is. You're shining the light on all your darkness and transmuting it into light till there's no darkness left. The tower, the deepest cave, the endless desert. A dark night of the soul is a period of extreme challenges, whether internal, external, or both. It is the fight with the dragon, the monsters in your head, the demons in your life. It is to experience a great loss or catastrophic confusion. It is the thing that every human wishes to avoid but cannot. It is a stirring of your soul, a call for the deepest of transformations, whether that be a reconstruction of your life, values, or self. These periods can take us to a hell of sorts. They take us to a place so deep within us that we think it will never end, a trap door through which we just keep falling into a great void of dark experiences and painful emotions. It can strip everything away from us. We have no choice but to face the dragon, to find the treasure, to seek the light, to become the warrior we were always capable of being. This is when we become a more powerful version of self, when we learn the ways of the great witches who came before us and know that we are so much stronger, wiser, and worthier than we thought possible. I don't know if that's a word in the English language. I would have said worth more, or anyways. We earn our gifts in this place, those we were not born with, but were always meant for. Our new self is forged in the fire of transformation, and we can do more than just survive. We can become the light that we so desperately need. We can rise from the ashes and become the phoenix. We can awaken to the powerful truth of our own being. Pulling this card can confirm that you have experienced an evolution of your soul, that you have overcome or are capable of overcoming difficulties and receiving the gifts that come from that. As hard and as dark as it may be, you are learning the way of the warrior. This card also has an energy of transformation behind it. Perhaps you feel your soul is stirring and that it is time for new growth within. Or you want to change your life, your beliefs, or your values. Listen to this calling and do not fear the dark if you already have your lantern and compass. So that would be the Hermit card in the tarot. He is doing his inner work. That's exactly what this is what inner work is, This is the dirty nitty-gritty of what shadow inner work is, people. Okay? Again, I don't know how many of you knew that already, because some people are like, what's shadow work? I don't know, never heard of that. Well, I'm giving it to you straight. Okay? I did tell you it's messy. I did tell you that it's dark and emotional. However, When you are done, it is so worth it. You are so much lighter afterwards, like a physical weight gone off your being. You know, the best diet ever. You do your shadow work and you just feel lighter. All right, let's get to the next one, which is the mirror. That's number 26. Okay. This is self-reflection, writer, individuality, and big picture. Your affirmation is, I honor the full book of my life, every chapter that I write. The author, the story, the mirror, seeing your full self, not just parts. It can be easy to get lost in one chapter or one page of our life. But remember, we've got a whole book going and so many more pages to go. Focusing too much on details can cause us to lose our grasp on where we are. This can cause us great inner turmoil. Zooming in too close to our life can make us feel that we are not doing enough, haven't done enough, are not enough. We feel unworthy or lose sight of our main goal, to find wholeness and fulfillment by living our dharma and unique purpose. To overcome our unique obstacles and receive sacred gifts of transformation at different checkpoints in life. It doesn't happen at once. We're in this for the long game. Have you forgotten all that you have already been through and overcome just to get to this point? The chapter you're currently in. So much has happened and you have grown so much. You just can't always see it. Don't skip ahead. Enjoy the chapter you are writing now. This card can be a positive omen that something soon will happen to unlock more character development within you. That is something that leads you to a deeper knowledge of who you are meant to be. Something that helps to bring you home to who you are. It could be a moment of realization or even simply a personality trait of yours that is alchemizing into something greater. Okay. And then let's go to the last one, number 3. Okay, so this stands for the Servant Queen, divine, magnetic, valuable blessings. Affirmation, I am worthy of the most beautiful things. You are blocking your blessings by believing you don't deserve them. You do. Recognize your patterns of self-sabotage and examine the choices that you have been repeating. We enact and accept what we believe we are worthy of. Raise your standards. You are meant for better. It doesn't matter what you've been through, where you came from, rich or poor, healthy or unhealthy circumstances, or what others may think of you or tell you. It doesn't matter how others have put you down. You are still worthy. You are a valuable soul and someone who seeks to find the magic of this world. And those who seek are the ones who find. Just like the story of Cinderella, who was made to believe that she was worthless and a servant to her family, only to be visited by a fairy godmother, Spirit, who offered her blessings and magic. If she was willing to believe she was worthy of them, all she had to do was accept them, and she would go on to live a life of royalty, beauty, and abundance. She was always meant to be a queen. It's okay if you also forgot that you are the magic, but it's time to remember again. Come home. Spirit can only give us what we believe we are worthy of. So expect excellence. Speak it into existence. Summon miracles. Will you accept the blessings you're being offered? This is a potent time for magic in your life. Your fairy godmother is here now. Your guides, ancestors, and angels are listening. Let them assist you. All right. So that being said, let's get one more round of messages from them. Make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. You are doing your best, and that is enough. Any difficulties you face will not last forever. Release the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good. Focus all of your energy on love, happiness, and your hopes and dreams. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. It is time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and all that it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, that happy ending can and will be yours. Believe that. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. Okay. All right. I think I am going to grab some affirmations. And then we will be done here. Okay. Sorry for the medicine ball noise. Okay. Playfulness. I am a playful participant in life, and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins put sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. All right. I'm digging that back to shadow work, It's not a fun task, so maybe there is a way to make it fun, Follow your heart. I'm always rewarded when I follow my heart. I trust the GPS and my heart knows all the best routes. Positive thinking. In the garden of your mind, you water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. Throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if you want. Okay. We have authenticity. Authenticity is the name of the game. Whatever comes up, I will feel it. Whatever needs to be said, I will say it. Whoever doesn't get it doesn't have to get it, but at least they know it because I've said it. And that's way better than leaving a passive aggressive note about it. All right. So when I said that too, whatever comes up, feel it. That's shadow work. That's what it's going to be. You're just going to be sitting there one day randomly doing something, whatever the thing is. You could be at work and you're just going to start crying for no reason. And I'm not laughing, but this is what it'll sometimes seem like the most inopportune moments to do this. Now, what I do sometimes is if it is an inopportune moment when I am basically nudged to handle a situation, go back and do some shadow work, I will put a pin in it. I will write down a note to myself and be like, okay, when I'm alone later and I can journal about this, I'm going to come back to it. And, that's worked just fine for me too. So we have power. I am strong. I am grounded. I am powerful. I am like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that's used for war. I am like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. All right, we have ups and downs. I see life as an unpredictable ride, and I'm lucky to be in it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what makes things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. Magic. I believe in magic. I see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, I'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidence. I'll fill mine with holy crap, that's unbelievable. All right, we have personal growth. As I move toward greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away. Like training wheels on a bike, they helped me get to where I am now, but now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. All right. And then last one we have is manifestation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are out there that know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting. There it is. All right. This is your reading, everybody. I do hope that you found some messages in here that worked for you and that you needed to hear. And again, I'm going to put something in the description about it because, this could be a trigger warning. Some people are not ready to go into the shadowy darkness and do their work. And it could be very triggering to hear some of these things that you haven't dealt with yet. So, again, I'm here for you as a beacon of light to guide you through the darkness. All right? I have been there, I have done shadow work, and I will continue to do shadow work as it arises. Okay? Just know that it's part of the journey and you are the light. Okay? You don't have to lay on the floor and be that person anymore. You're going to stand up now and you're going to do what you need to for yourself. And don't expect anyone else to come along and save you because they won't. You've got to do this yourself. All right? So know that your guides and everybody are always here listening. And if you have, requests, questions, anything, thoughts, talk to them. I actually do talk to my ancestors, and usually if they have something to say, they'll prompt you. But if you have something to say, you can always prompt them and they will be there. I guarantee it. So I wish you all the best out there on this journey, okay? And may you have health, wealth, abundance, joy, and as always, love. So love yourself and go within so that you don't go without. That's what that saying means. Do your shadow work, okay? Blessings come after you do your shadow work. It's like the law of the universe. All right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here and take care. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.